Chami Real Takarazuka strategy, condition, right summer, right race position, midway through the third corner, 83 meters before the final corner. There is actually a downhill. However, this time there is no downhill judgment. Downhill judgment added in first anniversary update. The Japanese version was like that. I checked with the current version. Golsh's go home was not triggered, so debuff nature is strong. Green skill of speed, right-handed, can be get from Fine or Fukuhita. Both are easy to include in the deck this time. Summer Runner can be get from Fujiki. You can also get it from Takarazuka Spark. Endurance Guideline. Summon plus guts equal 1200 or more. Gold recovery skill is 2 or 1 gold plus 3 white skills. Environment. Tier 1 Swimsuit Martensky. This time's meta will break through the front blocker. Swimsuit Martensky can only be stopped by Swimsuit Martensky. Sky also cannot trigger its unique skills. The Japanese version was like that. If it could compete against her, it would be Ryan, a 3-star who is 6th place. If you are blocked midway through, it will end. All that left is Petrus Ogre. In addition to this debuff nature, the environment looks like this. Anyway, Swimsuit Martensky is strong. How to make frontrunner? Swimsuit Martensky. One of the gold skills is exclusive to Miles and cannot be used, but still strong. Swimsuit Martensky will be the only one with gold recovery and mid-race unique skills for Y. Future mainstay until Christmas Ogre is implemented. Sky is also strong, but does not have gold recovery skills. Even mid-race performance is inferior to Swimsuit Martensky. Therefore, unique of the first place condition is difficult to activate. For medium and long distance races that require recovery, Swimsuit Martensky, which inherited angling and scheming, is tier 1. Green skill for groundwork. This time it is easy because it can get it from the main support. Right-handed and firm conditions are almost required. Concentration and focus may not be activated, so let's get 3 green skills. However, I think that concentration is necessary. There are 2 reasons. 1. I don't want to be red start. If this happens during a race the front runner, it will end. 2. I want to avoid stepping on rest and infirmary as much as possible. In the current version, infirmary is random. This definitely fixed in 2.5th anniversary update. 2 years later, the competition between frontrunners will be decided by the end of the mid-race. First place wins by activating angling and scheming. That's what Cancer was like, right? So it's also a competition to see how many skills you can activate up to this point. Skill point is 0 even if you step on rest and infirmary. Hazuna and wit are necessary to avoid stepping on these as much as possible. Clear example. This is status only. I haven't been able to get the groundwork. If your stamina sparks is 15 or higher, 1 stamina support is enough. In the current environment, either stamina power or wit is lacking. Stamina and recovery skills for debuff nature measures. Opponent frontrunner counter measures wit and power. Impossible to handle both. I place importance on my opponent's frontrunner measures. The reason is that if I don't get first place, I want to be able to compete. Debuff nature measures is after I got first place. Hidden event of Swimsuit Martensky. Crush clear early July. Radio Nikesho. You can get 75 skill point here. It can get 1 more skills. Don't forget Crush clear early July. Next, Red Soldier and End Closer. Just before Rail Cup, there is Legend Races. Past Japanese version schedules. Major Ryan was first. Golsh is the last. Most users should be able to raise Ryan to 3 stars. I'm sorry if we couldn't do it. Ryan has a chance of winning against Swimsuit Martensky who activated angling and scheming. The reason is that she has an acceleration unique. However, only 6th place. Highly random. There is a Rudolph a method of loading Rudolph with both Race Pump and Dominator, and if it doesn't work, have her act as a debuffer. It can do the same with Grass. Grass status is easier to increase than Rudolph. Golsh of End Crosser mainstay. This time cannot use recovery. Stretch away spat is also invalid. The mid race is strong, but not as strong as usual. Maverick is valid depending on the situation. It can be got in the event of sweep. Acceleration skills. Pump of Ryan. Necessary if you do not clear Ryan herself. Red shift of Martensky. Not strong. Explanation required. This time it is activated with a delay of 4 seconds. Confirmed with room match. Emulator in the Japan version. It's unofficial. On the left is only inheritance pump. Add red shift on the right. Red part. The red part is a comparison of the presence or absence of red shift. Right side. It is faster when red shift is activated. This is what happens when it overlaps the screens. We can see that there is an effect of red shift. This is based on Japanese version, so it is not accurate. However, only the acceleration of inheritance pump should not be enough. In case of Ryan herself, the effectiveness of red shift decreases. This is what happens when it overlaps the screens. This is okay even if you don't add the red shift. Ryan and Martensky are not compatible. The compatibility of basic Martensky is bad with Enuma. so unless redshift is necessary, it won't avoid it as much as possible. In case of Ryan, choose Ogre and Rudolph as the representative. This is why I recommend Ryan. For example, in the case of Gorshi, representatives will be Marzensky and Ryan. This has low compatibility value. It takes time to clear. Clear example, the ideal Sparks is 15 stamina and 3 power. It wants power 800 or more. Screen example is with Spark. Ideally, change this with Power Spark. Ryan's growth rate is 20% power, not in stamina. Even if you change with support to second stamina cards, it will not be strong. Next, Pace Chaser. Ogre of Mainstay. You can use it with Red Surger, but you can use Recovery with Pace Chaser. Tyke Shuttle. Gold skills cannot be used. However, she has an acceleration unique. Since it is medium E, a medium Sparks of 10 is required. Takeon has 2 recoveries. Don't need stamina creep. Suitable for God build. Acceleration skills. Red Shift of Marzensky. Victory of Taiki. Activate at the same time as Red Shift. If you go to win with Pace Chaser, it is better not to use Frontrunner. If there is only one Frontrunner including Swimsuit Marzensky, you can easily beat Frontrunner on the final straight line. If it's same sky, you might have a bit of a hard time. In the case of Ogre, the compatibility value with Marzensky and Taiki is not bad. The same from the Taiki side. In the case of Takeon, the compatibility value with Marzensky and Taiki is low. It takes time to clear. Clear example, God's build of Takeon for free supports. Only one MLB SR for beginners in free-to-play. Sparks is a hodgepodge. Let's use Marzensky and Taiki for the actual performance. Screen example is with Spark. Ideally, change this with Stamina or Power Sparks. Next, Debuffer. It can also reuse individuals of Taurus Cup. So a simple explanation. Support deck. The first aim is Frontrunner. Recommended a Marvelous and Saturn Diamond. There shouldn't be that many end crosser. Since the difficulty of Kikkosho is high, one stamina support is required. Be sure to get Red Surger Sabi to expand horizons. Without this, it cannot reach Frontrunner. Getting the Lone Wolf is also important. It is sometimes used to activate the opponent's groundwork. Skills example. Ideally, there are many Frontrunner notations. All seeing eyes may not reach Swimsuit Marzensky. Don't be too overconfident. Team composition. Swimsuit Marzensky, Ryan, Debuff nature. This is my personal conclusion. 3 Frontrunners is corpse when the opponent takes the lead. It is better to avoid it until the support is very strong. I predict that there will be a lot of Frontrunner and Debuff nature this time. Red Surger 6th place should be easy to aim for. Sorry if I'm wrong. That's all for Rare Cup strategy. Report. A new scenario for the Japanese version will be implemented at the end of this month. Therefore, the Battle Cup and Aoharu strategy videos in November will be delayed. Aoharu is not that different from URA. Just check edit stream including CPU at the end of the year. There is a setting where distance and style do not match. Battle Cup is a cancer cup that takes place in Aoharu environment. Pace Chaser acceleration is added. That's all for report.